What's up guys, today we're going to talk about The Lighthouse. It's a very complex novel and is written by Virginia Woolf in 1927, who was a modernist. And she was born in London in 1882 to 1941. And she was the third child of Sir Leslie Stephen. The big difference we can see during his childhood is very difficult because while her brothers went to university, he was just educated at home. So we can see that she didn't have the opportunity to go to university to get more knowledge. And then we can see about she was a center for the Bloomsbury group, and she wrote novels characterized by stream of consciousness technique. Especially she described the difference between the time of the clock and time of the mind. So we can see from her experiences that the Virginia mother was died in 1895 when she was just 13 years old, and so that made her very stressful and very long period of depression for her. And then we can see she has the first sign of nervous fragility, and after the depression of his father's death in 1904, so it's like just 9 years after the death of her mother. In 1913, she decided to write about her first suicide attempt with drugs. So first of all, we can see that The Lighthouse is an extremely complex work in which the attitude female consciousness of Mr. Ramsay, who is contrasted with the rigorously made consciousness of her husband. In some ways, the novel is clearly a study and rejection of Virginia's powerful main father, Leslie Stephen. So we can see related to this is the lighthouse itself, the central symbol of the novel. It is the place of the planet-sailing excursion, which, however, is continuously put off. Into the lighthouse, Virginia Woolf revisits the years of childhood and adolescence with their hopes and fears, and the difficult relationships between parents and children. So the story takes place in the family holiday house in the Herberts, a group of lighten of the west coast of Scotland. The novel is divided into 3 sections, dealing with 2 days separated by a gap of 10 years. Now we're going to talk about the story. On the first day, in the first section, a few years before World War I, the members of the RAMSAY family. So we can see the Russman family who are on holiday on an island in the Herberts, paying a visit to a lighthouse, but are prevented from going there by bad weather. In this section, the main characters of the novel are presented Mr. Ramsay, a highly sensitive woman full of affection for her family and guests. Mr. Ramsay, her husband, who is both authoritative and insecure and is an almost mythical figure for his children, James and Cam, 2 of Miss and Mr. Ramsay's 8 children. LILY BRISCOE, a painter obsessed by the difficulty of finishing one of her pictures, and the various cases of the Ramsay, including Mears McAllister, an old gentleman. And the second section invokes the passing of time with the events that befall the family, including the World War I, and the death of Mr. Ramsay and of 2 of her children. So the house is shown empty and desolate through the years. And in the final section, the surviving characters of the story are gathering again on the island, and once more they plan a boat trip to the lighthouse. The trip is family-made, and the lighthouse reached by old Mr. Ramsay and his 2 children, James and Cam. LILY BRISCOE, watching them from the house, still feels the presence of Mrs. Ramsay in the whole situation, and why she does so, she suddenly realizes she has finally had her vision, her insight into life, and can now finish her picture.